I got I got arrested by the police, and they stole from me and then put me into a mental institution. What happened was, I went to a liquor store. I was off mental commitment. I was on mental commitment for a while, and I got a judgment in my favor. And it took me off of commitment. And I've been off of commitment, on mental commitment, psychiatric commitment. I went to a liquor store. It was maybe fall or winter up here in Indiana, and I got a bottle of liquor, and the bottle of liquor cost about $2.25. So it was about the cheapest liquor you could get, about the cheapest wine you could get. It was about $2.25. With tax, it would have been about $2.50. So it was less than $3 that I went to jail over. I went to jail over a bottle of liquor that was less than $3. I went and got the liquor, and there was a guy standing behind a cash register. I went up to that cash register, and then he moved, and I put the money, probably something I shouldn't have done, but I put the money by the cash register and walked out because he wasn't registering me at the cash register. I thought he would register me out. I probably shouldn't have done that. Probably should have just gone to the cash register that he was at. And I walked out with the wine, and he said, he came out after me and he took the wine from my hand. So I went in to get I went in to get another bottle of wine, and I was about to pay for it twice. So I went up to the cash register and the guy was standing behind the cash register first. And I put the wine, and I was about to get the wine, and he pulled the wine out of my hand, and the wine opened up. He pulled the wine out of my hand. It was a screw top, and the wine opened up and spilled onto the floor. And I'm thinking, if you're trying to keep somebody from stealing, why would you waste the product that you're trying to supposedly preserve? If you're trying to keep someone from stealing something, why would you waste the wine you're trying to keep from being stolen? And I held the wine in my hand, and he gripped it and turned it out of my hand, and then the wine fell on the floor. So then I went up to take my money back, and I picked up my money and I put it in my pocket. And then one of the guys, I think it was the same guy at the liquor store, as I was walking out, he locked the door, and he started trying to fight with me. He pushed me away from the door, which is a crime, and he locked the door, which is now imprisonment. Now I was being imprisoned and being beaten for wine that I'd already supposedly purchased. Now he waited until, and I couldn't get out, and we waited until, and I kept trying to unlock the door, and he kept pushing my hand away from unlocking the door. Then the police came, and the police took the money that I had in my pocket. They said I stole it. Somebody said, I think they said I stole it from another customer. So then the police took the money. They stole my money, and then they arrested me and put me in jail. And I wouldn't talk. You're allowed to remain silent in the United States. You have the right to remain silent. So I was remaining silent, and I was just sitting in jail. And they beat me. I mean, they assaulted me, and so I just didn't cooperate. I just sat there. I just didn't. When they wanted me to move, I just sat there. And then, after I just sat there, one of the policemen came down and was beating me. He kicked me, and this is the second assault, and the third, and the robbery that the police did. He assaulted me, He beat me until blood was dripping down my legs because I wouldn't cooperate, and I was silent. And then he went to the judge and had me thrown into a mental institution. And then from there, I didn't want to talk to anybody. And I got thrown into the state mental institution for Indiana, which is in Richmond, Indiana. I was thrown to the state mental institution, and I didn't want to cooperate there, and you should cooperate. I didn't want to cooperate. I didn't want to talk with anybody at first. And what happened was I didn't put my tray away. Then I was assaulted by the health workers at the mental institution. I reported it, and I was also beaten there by one of the other patients. They wouldn't do anything. You know, they wouldn't. They wouldn't do anything. They kept me in the mental institution. I was in the mental institution for 6 months over a bottle of wine. And the police stole from me. They assaulted me and beat me and maced me. And that's the way the police are. Now, before you get too angry with the police and say it's the police's fault, police are just normal people. This is what people do, and the guy at the liquor store and the people in the mental institution are also to be blamed.